I'm gonna be writing the different ways kids try to hide their phones during class.
This is when they try to hide it behind their Chromebook. 3 out of 10, because Chromebooks usually aren't touchscreen. This is when kids act like they're digging through their bag, but they're just like scrolling on social media. 5 out of 10, because sometimes they can actually fake me out decently. This is when they text in broad daylight and they gaslight me about it. I give it 2 out of 10.
Texting in class, I'm not texting. I don't even own a phone. What's a phone?
Okay, this is when they try to hide it in their jacket. I give it 3 out of 10, because it's a dead giveaway when a kid is just sitting there staring at the inside of their jacket. This is when they hide their phone in their book. I'll give it a solid 4 out of 10. It scores pretty low because it looks like they're just sitting there scratching at the pages of their book.
So today might have been the most funny / chaotic / insane days I've ever had as a teacher. We just finished 2 days of state testing, and today these kids were moody, they were crabby, they were funny at times. Like, it was just incredible. So here are real things that happened in my classroom just today. So Dameron, you know what my #1 rule in life is? It's flex on the haters. Hey, Mr. Dameron, check out how strong I am. Yeah, you should take a video and send it to your mom. Hey, Mr. Dameron, can I go dap up Jimmy over there? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give him a hug. State testing's got him feeling kind of emotional, I can tell. Is Gorilla Glue like really sticky? Like really sticky? Yeah, actually, I got some in Bobby's hair, and I think I gotta cut it out. You want us to read more after we spent 2 days of state testing? Mr. Dameron, if a middle schooler punched you in the heart, do you think it could kill you? My mom wanted me to tell you that she thinks your videos are funny. I don't think they're funny. I think they're cringy. They're cringier than you are. So I'm gonna be rating more ways that students try to hide their phones during class.
This is when you try to hide it behind your calculator. I give this 4 out of 10 because the teacher can walk by and clearly see you're on your phone. This is when you try to hide it in your pencil bag. I give this one 6 out of 10 because it doesn't look natural if a student is just staring at the pencil bag. This is when the student tries to hide it underneath their textbook. This one is actually kind of decent. I give it 7 out of 10 because it's hard to tell if a student is reading or they're on their phone. This is when the student just puts their head down and goes on their phone. 2 out of 10.
All right, time to play one of my favorite games called What Did My Students Leave in the Classroom at the End of the Day? The first thing that I found in the classroom is homework in the sink. This is a new one. Found an oven mitt on the floor. Found some Smarties wrappers. These wrappers were left by the students I had to yell at for crushing up Smarties and trying to smoke them in class. An apple that was on top of my cupboards. I'm just impressed that a student found a way to get all the way up there. A juice box. Found some more homework on the floor. I specifically told my students, hang on to this. You're gonna need this next week. And this person definitely did not hang on to it. So I'm gonna be rating different ways that students try to hide their phones during class.
This is when students try to hide their phones behind their laptop or Chromebook. 1 out of 10 on this one because most Chromebooks aren't touchscreen. This is when they try to hide their phone in their bag and act like they're looking for something super important. 4 out of 10, usually I can see the glow of the phone. This is when students try to hide their phone behind their book. This one's sometimes pretty good. I give it 5 out of 10. I call this one the hide the phone in my lap and act like I'm not texting. 3 out of 10 because this never looks natural.
So I'm gonna be rating more ways that students try to cheat on tests.
This is when you put your answers on your smartwatch. I give it 2 out of 10 because you can always tell when students are doing this. This is when you have holes in your jeans and then you write the answers on your skin. 4 out of 10 because there's never much surface area there. This is when somebody from the class period before writes the answers on the desk. 4 out of 10 because some teachers end up changing the test. This is when you look at the tests that were already turned in. 2 out of 10 because some teachers make you turn in your test once you stand up. This is when you put your note card in a sleeve. 1 out of 10. This is when you just straight up look at your phone during the test. 1 out of 10 because you always get caught.
Okay, I'm gonna be rating different ways that students try to hide their earbuds during class.
So this is when you put one earbud in the ear that isn't facing the teacher. 4 out of 10 because eventually they'll move their head and the teacher can see it. This is when the student tries to hide it behind their hand. 1 out of 10 because it just looks weird because they just got their hand sitting on their ear all of class period. So I had a student try doing this yesterday. This is when you hide it with your shoulder. 1 out of 10 because it doesn't look natural. All right, this is when you use your hood or like your collar and you kind of like hide behind it. I actually give this 5 out of 10 because it's kind of decent. Sometimes you can't tell, especially if it's a hood.
These are things that teachers do that make students irrationally angry. According to my students, you gotta go to the bathroom. Can you wait like 15 minutes? Thanks for turning in your tests and getting those done. It's gonna take me about a month and a half to get all those graded. Oh man, you guys, I have so much stuff I have to grade. I know I assigned all the work, but I'm still gonna complain about it. Oh, question? Yeah, here, let me get my coffee. What's up? Yeah, what do you need? What's going on? Oh, sorry I'm late for class, guys. I was out in the hallway talking with my teacher friends, but if you would show up late to class because you were talking with your friends, I would count you tardy, but the rules don't apply to me. We're gonna grade the assignment from yesterday, so please pass it to the student behind you, and they are gonna grade it. I'm gonna start a new series on here called Things I'm gonna implement in my classroom this year until my principal tells me I can't do this or he fires me. So yeah, basically your kid is failing the class and probably won't pass. But before you go, I'm gonna show you this, and if you could just answer a few questions for me quick, that would be awesome. All right, everybody, since you've been so good this week, I think we're just gonna watch Netflix instead of the quiz. Nah, I'm just kidding, we're still taking the quiz. All right, it finally happened. I lost my cool with some of my students today. They were being super annoying today. They wouldn't stop talking. I asked them a bunch to stop. So I thought, how should I handle this situation? And instead of being the teacher who just screams at kids, I decided that I'm just gonna challenge them to a push-up contest. I know that I beat a bunch of sixth graders to a push-up contest, but the satisfaction of doing that was incredible. I think a year's worth of frustration went to that push-up contest. I hope tonight they go home and they have to look their mothers in the face and say, hey, I lost a push-up contest to my science teacher.